Breaking news from William Rochelle. Breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. Yeah, yeah. Breaking news from William Rochelle. Living direct, here we go. Breaking news from William Rochelle. This is something you should know. This just in, don't miss the call. Your moments now. Stand tall, this just in. Here to tone your mind sharp, your future grown. Breaking news from William Rochelle. Breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. Yeah, This just in, thought of the day. Fresh new mindset coming your way. This just in, clear and bright. New perspective, new light. Breaking news from William Rochelle.
And everyone, this is William Rochelle, and I am here with breaking news. This is not my normal breaking news outfit. I usually like to kind of switch it up, be a little bit more professional for the news portion. But we're here today because, number one, if you're looking for a great gift to give for Christmas, might I suggest a professional coach? Hear me out. It's hard right now. Everything is hard. And, trying to figure out what your next move is going to be is difficult. And even if you think you have everything together, working directly with the coach helps you shift your mindset, helps you remember what's important to you, helps you to regain your confidence, and they hold you accountable. I am working with my own coach, Melissa Houston, but there are several out there. And each one of them comes from a different perspective. So instead of spending money on random gifts, I would recommend someone like Melissa Houston, Kinga, Coach Michael. There are tons, and I don't want to forget anyone out there. Jackie Hallberg. But if I do, sorry guys, it's not intentional. Anyway, I'd like to thank Jeremy Burdick for showing up. I'd like to thank Peter for showing up. Jeremy again. Charito. Hey, how are you? Oh, OG Cartoon. Is that right? Because I always want to say OG Carlton. Cartoon. I'm from LA. You're from LA. I think I'll be there at the end of the month. So the real reason I'm here is because my buddy Aaron Gibson is working on a project, and this is the hashtag World Ceasefire Project, and it's a call for peace cells in the world around us. 2025 has been heavy. Fear is loud. Lack mindset is everywhere. And too many people are shrinking instead of showing up. The project is about choosing abundance. Dang it, that was one of my things. Choosing abundance over fear. And here's the ask. We would like to see you make a 3 to 5 second video. Write your no more message on a sign. Like you can just grab a piece of paper. You get yourself a pen, a Sharpie. I have a few, but anyway, Sharpie. And just write out what you're tired of, what you want to leave behind. So there are several things I want. Skirt, I love you, William Rochelle. There are several things I want to leave behind, especially with this year. So I'm going to write down the first thing that comes to my mind. This is a very simple project. And I am going to leave behind. Oops, let me take you down, my friend, for a second. You guys know I can't hit my thing and all my speakers go out. I'm going to leave behind fear. Fear. I've lived my life in fear of being appreciated for who I am. I've lived my life in fear over what other people will think about me. So I'm leaving behind fear and I'm walking out in my faith. So you could just do that really quickly if you want to. And if you don't know how to record yourself, you can come on right now, go live with me, hold up what you want to leave behind. We'll take an snapshot, send it over to Aaron, and get you guys started. So, I have another one. They just start flowing. No more corruption. Now, I know that looks weird because I just wrote it really fast and it's going slanted, but we're live and it's just that easy. So the more people that actually help, the more people that submit, the more people that we can actually include in this process, because we don't do anything alone, it would be appreciated. The way that you're going to submit is you can if you're on LinkedIn, send a direct message to Aaron Gibson with your no more. So hashtag no more corruption or no more fear. But I'm sorry, I'm doing it wrong. I'm supposed to have my face, I think, under it, right? Like that. And send it to him. Just DM him. He'll grab it. He'll reply. If you don't have him on LinkedIn, then you can DM him through YouTube. And I will put that up as well. And then on his TikTok, which is at Aaron Gibson, Soul Man Live. So this is just my opportunity to give back to him and to others and to help people get to where they want to be. And, unless we tell somebody what we're doing and how to do it, you may think it's harder than you think. It's not. I'm going to write on a piece of paper. Better than me. No more corruption. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to do it. Let's be in solidarity with this one. No more fear. And if anyone wants to come up and just kind of tell me what they want to leave behind, I know Leslie says, no more hunger is mine. And she's already submitted hers. So, she's always on top of it. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that. Anything else like you guys want to leave behind? What does yeet mean? Yes. Again, if you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, this is where you're going to direct message Aaron Gibson. Any questions? Noni, anyone want to come up and talk to me? I'm all by myself. The links and the thing. We'd love to see you. But it's okay. I've been alone before. Can be alone again. No more squandered capital. And yes, both Leslie and Kinga were the first, I think, of the first 6 to come up. I haven't even submitted mine yet. So I'm going to take this video that I'm doing now, and then I'm going to cut up into a clip, and I'm going to send it to Aaron, and he will probably reject it because this is how I spell corruption. And I keep forgetting that my face is there, and I need to remove somebody from here. Oh, yes, I love that one. Well, yeah, like I said, I said fear, but doubt and fear can live in the same place, right, Peter? So I think you should hold it like that. I'm really bad at taking. Hold on, where's my sexy pose? Is it backwards now? So I actually sent out a video showing hashtag ceasefire. So I wanted to make sure people knew that it's the hashtag ceasefire project. So you're not supposed to. I don't want everyone writing down hashtag ceasefire. So if that confused people, that's not why we're doing it. It should be hashtag and whatever you I'm working in the background, Bill, but it will happen soon. And I know it's going to happen. And don't send it to me. Nobody send it to me. I'm not getting post alerts. I'm not getting mentions. I'm not getting any. Even if you write on a post that I made, I'm not getting that. And it's interesting because Kinga brought it to my attention, and then Aaron on the same day brought it to my attention, and I was like, "What's going on?" So I looked. I submitted several tickets to LinkedIn because people were thinking I wasn't responding to them, and it's not that I wasn't responding; I wasn't seeing it. So to cut down that confusion, the DMs do not come to me; they go to Aaron Gibson. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just supporting a friend. So that's that. The other thing that I want to talk about with breaking news, and are you trying to use Durant? He got that from me. Don't we look like twins, though? It's great, William Rochelle. I love Kinga. She is fantastic. I'm not going to tell you who yelled at me, though, but anyway, I am proud of everything that I've accomplished this year, and I'm leaving anything that has dragged me down behind me. Hashtag no closets. Okay, let's start there. Maybe that should be my hashtag. No freaking closets, because you should always be proud of who you are, all that you are. So I got 3 now. Take your pick, Aaron. No more closets. Shit, been in there too long. So I think. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I've failed this exercise, but it's okay. I think you guys understand the point, right? So, Aaron Gibson, Soulman Live. His show is on hiatus, but he is working diligently to get this project done and get it out and really help save lives. Hopefully, I am leaving them behind, and I'm leaving them behind because of people like you, Kinga, that have supported me and said more than just words, but connected with me in a way that virtually I didn't think was possible, and a lot of you guys have. It's very, very powerful what this platform is doing. So that's why it's important for me to help other people. That's it, really. Because breaking news is a 15-minute segment. We're at 13:19. There's no need to make it run over, but support, guys. Support each other, support the world, and be proud of the fact that we're getting through all of this together in unity. And also, one last thing I'm going to say. This is it. I swear to God. Are you going to come up if I give you the link? It's right here. I'll send it to you. I've been trying to get her to do breaking news with me for like a minute now. So let's see if she actually shows up. Let's see. I'm going to direct message her. If that happens, then this will be fire. Let's see. Okay, so you have it in your you have it in your mailbox. This is why I love it, because folks just come out of woodwork and just save me. Like, bro, you're up there bombing. So, like, let me help you out. 1, 2, 3. But thank you all for showing up. Also, right now it's very interesting because I see everyone in the comments, but I am not seeing anyone on the stream. So there's obviously something not working somewhere. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. We have company. Who's that knocking at the door? What? No. I can't believe it.
I gotta fix my microphone. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so happy you're here. I've been asking you for 3 days to come on. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. So, can I share about how I discovered I didn't get any tags and mentions?
Go for it.
So it's communication is key. So after my show, Kinga was so supportive that instead of me just adding a note to it, I sent her a message, like a direct, like I emailed her directly, like, thank you so much for all your support. And she was like, okay, thanks, but I always support you. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, why now? And she said, well, you never respond. I tag you and all that stuff. And I'm like, really? And I was like, but I don't get them. I don't get them. And she was like, calm it down, bro. You're spiraling. Take your win. I can repeat the entire conversation. Like I almost went through it, right?
Yeah.
And it was a total miscommunication. Total miscommunication. And I'm so glad that we had that because you're here. Thank you.
Here.
Yes,
But I'm
you
always
are.
here.
I know, but I love like so the one time that you and I and Michael got together, I just never forgot that. And I can't tell you what we said, but I know that we were laughing the entire time. And it was just fun. And you were like calling me out on my shit. It was just fun. We were up till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. So what we were doing was you were kind of in a funk. And we were talking about I think like what makes us passionate or whatever. And so I don't know, we kind of just like dug into, what is it that gets you excited? And once you really started talking about it, you just start lighting up. And then we got into music and writing lyrics. And then that's when Mike came on and he started talking about writing songs for Felipe.
Yeah.
And then we had the kind of chair dance off.
Is that when I released the Felipe Copino song?
Well, you had already released it, but I hadn't heard it.
Right.
And so I was egging you on because that's what I do. And I wanted to hear
Didn't I get
song.
kind of like
I have to admit, I really liked your Felipe song, but
he didn't remember it. He's like,
he was well, no, what he said is it's really awkward to hear my name so
that's
much.
right. And it wasn't that long ago that this conversation occurred. Because I just saw it again. And for some reason I thought it was before summer, but it was only like 3 months ago.
It
Like
wasn't
September.
that long ago. Well, I didn't really figure out because I don't jump on that often, obviously. But I didn't hit the like go out to all my channels until after that part of the conversation. So
Yeah, it
that's why I
was
didn't catch it.
it was really good. And so thank you so much. So this is kind of like the breaking news segment, right? So you see kind of it's not real, it's kind of like what do we want to talk about today? And I'm not going to ask you what you want to talk about. We're going to talk about because you're not prepared for that unless you want to. But how did you come up with your slogan?
My no squandered capital.
Yes.
Because I wanted to do originally when Aaron was talking to me about it, I was like, no oppression, right? Like you and I are on the same page with that. But then I thought, well, that's kind of something that everybody feels, I think, in this moment. And I don't want to take that from somebody else. And maybe somebody feels passionately about that. And for me, if I really think about messaging on LinkedIn and how we want to hit, the people that we really need to speak to in our business and all that. Um, I I feel like the biggest difference that I can make is speaking to my target audience for my business, which is speaking to investors and boards where they can influence CEOs to be better people and to
Yeah.
spend their money in a wise way. Where I think when you take care of the people within your organization, um, when we create healthier cultures, um, we actually, it really does pay to treat people well. You'll get your goals and your mission accomplished. And I think that for 2026, we're going to see a lot of activist investors.
Hmm.
We're going to see a rise in that. And so that's who I want to talk to. I want to be like, hey, let's stop wasting our money just cycling it within a space where people just squander it. They just, I sat in too many rooms where, quite frankly, it was a pissing contest
Yeah.
between department heads,
Hmm.
and I watched and I was like, we don't need money over here. Yeah, well, we're just doing it, let them have it, because and I was just like, this is just to like placate egos. And meanwhile, I'm thinking somebody's paying for this. And
Right.
and if I were the person paying for it, I'd be really mad. And so, yeah, I want to be the person that's in that investor's ear going, you're paying for people's egos right now. Um,
How did you
so
get into
yeah.
what you do?
Well, I was always in project management
Hmm.
and agile coaching. So I was beyond just typical project management. I was working with teams of people and helping them self-organize around goals.
Excellent. So
So
what can I do, right now? If I first of all, I'm gonna do something light. So which one should I choose? Should I leave the closets behind, the corruption, or the fear? Or do I submit them all and let Aaron choose?
well, I don't think Aaron's going to choose for you. I think he's going
Okay.
to, I think
You're
he's going to
absolutely right
push.
about it. And that's annoying for me. I'm like, here, choose. And he's
No, it
like,
shouldn't
no.
be. It shouldn't be. I would support him if that's what he did.
Yeah,
Although I can't speak on behalf of him.
neither can I.
um,
I think I'm gonna go with the closet because that's the most personal and it
yeah.
also incorporates the fear,
Hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
I think that that was a big weight off of me that I don't have to think about. And regard like regardless of what happens in your life, when you're not being when there's something that's a part of you that you're not loving, that you're
Yeah.
not holding on to, it does weigh you down. So that I say submit them all. Okay, Aaron, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll submit
I
them
also,
all.
yeah. I mean, think about the fact that your show is based on you be you, and you're really encouraging everyone else to do that. I think that's most authentic, to genuinely say, I am ready to love myself in full. And if I'm going to preach that, then I'm going to love it. And yeah,
Can I
I
ask you a
think that, yeah.
good? No,
No, go
good.
ahead.
Oh no, because I was gonna. Okay, this is what I was gonna ask you. So you go into organizations and help investors. Is
That's what I'd
that
like to do. Yeah.
is that a is that considered a coach or is that considered a consulting service? Like, where would I, if people were to kind of reach out to you, what would it be for?
Well, what I'd like to do is, so, I developed kind of this architecture that I call Ikingai, based off of my philosophies, and that's why I've been writing a lot about it, because I think that I have kind of a natural instinct to see some of the power dynamics amongst groups.
Hmm.
That's where I spent most of my time, was kind of plotting large organizational change, and figuring out how we would design, restructure things. And I think that with so many changes that are going to be happening over the next few years and that are just kind of forced upon us, whether it's through AI or through the economy or whatnot. There's going to be a lot of forced architectural changes. And I think personally, we have some, you hear a lot about like new chief, information officer and this and whatever, different types of roles. So what I'd like to do is to work with and go to people that are new, whether it's an activist investor, like I said, there's going to be a rise of that. People that are saying, hey, wait a second, I'm not happy. And so if you're looking at, I've started talking a lot about this K economy. I think of it as we're, a person walking up to the letter K. It's kind of what I posted about today. And you're either going to be shooting straight up, get on board with what's coming up, or we're going to be nosediving. And that's true for the types of businesses that are going to be out there or the role that you're in. And we're always going to have people that are in charge, the decision holders. And so who are going to be those decision holders that are running businesses? We're not sure. It's going to be some kind of C-suite, some kind of person in charge, business owners, but there's going to be a rise of entrepreneurs and founders because in general, there's huge layoffs and a lot of people don't trust anymore. And so while we see that, I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be a large group of,
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Of course, I don't know how to stop my phone. I'm such an idiot.
Large groups of investors and that are kind of new popping up, a lot of private equity groups and private investors. And then there's also going to be new rise of different kinds of CEOs and new skill sets that are needed. And then people that are trying to adapt. And so it's like, how do we find that? Well, people are going to be looking for new. There's going to be a large turnover just in general. And so I think that it's one, just kind of leaning into this kind of big shift in general of what's happening and seeing that as an opportunity. It's kind of, it's a big, whether it's kind of scary, but it's also going to be kind of exciting because it's like the creative folks that can think outside of the box, but are also really willing to learn and adapt. I think are gonna, are some big opportunities.
I am feeling. First, I want to respond to Jay Trivedi. I feel the same way, Jay, but for some reason, amongst all this uncertainty, and Leslie said this the other day, that the universe, I am feeling the shift happen within my body. I can feel it. And it has me similar to the energy I just saw from you, kind of excited, but it's almost like, but when is it going to happen? And the pendulum has to swing back. So
mathematically it kind of has to, and I'll tell you why. When we have a lot of sameness, right? Then that's going to, it's going to overrule things. Yes, it becomes this blob, right? But that literally makes it so that it's so boring and it's such a big blob of sameness that soon people start to crave and they need something that is different, because then it's all just the same products. It's the same stuff. It's like when we got tired of like Walmart, right? It's like you start to crave that uniqueness. You start to crave new solutions. You start to crave. So it's like, we're going to then it is the people that can think in a different way. So there is going to be this need, and I think that's already starting to happen. Now, it's not good because there's that sameness rules, and that's why we don't want a base that already kind of thinks that way.
Right.
And I am trying to like I'm trying to get people to understand that AI, the forces that are larger, and the more we can get it to think critically, would it be helpful if we use AI in a different way? But yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
I well, first off, I would say this: AI. At this point, I believe we have to embrace it. Right?
Absolutely.
It's
Have
just
to.
how do we use it, and
I have a
how
lot of
do
ideas.
we make it and not not replace us, but be almost like an extension of us. So
Yeah.
the AI can't come up with the idea. We have to come up with the ideas. We have to come up with the formats, but it can guide you. It could be an assistant. It could, tell you this word was spelled wrong. I'm correcting it. But it's not, um, I believe that we're just going to have to figure out how to work with it and how to make
Absolutely.
money off of it. I mean, really that's I think what our challenges are going to be.
Well, it's using it responsibly. It's ethically. It's training data
Hmm.
that I think is incredibly important. And I have so many thoughts on that.
You just word
I
everything so
cannot,
much better than I do. So go
I
ahead.
can't even tell you. So two things on that, just that I think are kind of important. One is, well, I just did a post a couple, like maybe 2 hours ago, if not, around Notebook LM.
Mhm.
So in Google, we get a feature if you have any kind of Gmail account. This is a feature that everybody has. Or I don't know if you're familiar with Notebook LM. Um,
No. Can you kind of explain what that is?
yeah. So anybody that has a Gmail account, just go in, log in, and in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, where it has like the little circle and your initials,
Hmm.
if you click on the little grid of dots, and then it pops up where you have other options. It might have your calendar and that kind of stuff. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you got to kind of keep
Which is like
scrolling.
30,000. Like, what does your Gmail account look like? Do you clean it up every day, or does it feel like all the spam?
No. I'm not talking about your Gmail. I'm
Oh,
talking about in the upper right-hand corner of your entire screen. So, in the upper right-hand corner where it has just your initials.
uh-huh.
So there's options in the upper right part of your screen. It's like
Okay.
it's like 9 dots, I think. Yeah, it's a little. It has I think it is the little options. So it has a whole menu of things. This is not actually in your it's to get you out of Gmail. It's to point
Okay.
you to like potentially a calendar
Okay,
or
got you.
other
So, so,
apps.
so it says like your account. Mine says Gmail search, Maps, YouTube, Gemini, Gmail,
Yes.
all that stuff.
Keep
Okay.
going down, keep going all the way down till you
Okay.
hit Notebook LM.
Okay.
Did you find
Opening
Notebook
it
LM?
now. I am.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
data is protected. Okay.
So everybody gets this for
Hold on for a
free.
second. Am I? Can I click on the okay? Or do I have to read
Yes,
all the
this is
terms?
this is
Okay.
what everybody gets for free with your Google account. Okay.
Okay.
This feature is going to blow your mind. Okay. So go ahead and go in there
I'm in there.
and then create a folder and call it Kinga.
Wait, wait. Create a folder or create new notebook?
Or notebook, sorry. I
Create a
think of
new
them as
notebook.
folders. In my
Okay.
brain, I think of them as folders. Create a
Okay.
notebook,
Name
call it
it.
Kinga.
Create audio and video overviews from YouTube. What? Hold
So
on.
basically,
Okay.
we're
We're gonna
treating
we're
it
gonna
like a
take this. We're gonna
so
take this offline
basically,
because I'm stupid.
yeah. Well, it's okay. But basically, what you want to think, and I'll just describe this to you really quick.
Okay.
So basically, what you want to think of this now is it's a folder. Think of it as a folder. It's a notebook. But what you want to think of it as is you can put in there, you can point it to anything on the internet, any media that you have, anything. And so I've written a bunch of Forbes articles. And I specifically planted.
Hold on. Slow it down. So you wrote articles for Forbes or articles that were featured in Forbes?
I was on the Forbes Coaches Council.
Okay.
So I wrote articles that were published on Forbes,
Okay.
and I specifically planted them so that they would cover across all of these articles my philosophies, and so that when you upload, like, and it's a post that I just did today.
Yeah.
And so
I'll look at it now. We post it too.
So if you point to all of these articles into that notebook, you basically have a copy of my brain, of my philosophies.
Okay.
So you can interact with me
on there. This is what I think we should do. I'm intrigued. I would love to do a workshop with you on this for me, and do it on like we could do it on your channel, on my channel, I don't care, but do it like so I can actually show my screen and you're telling me what to do, and so other people can figure it out too, because what you just said is monumental. I mean, so it takes everything.
It's in a post.
I have to see it. So I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna play around with it.
Yeah.
But if I don't know it, and this is something that you're like, oh, this is so easy, let's share it, because I don't think a lot of people know it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So, I do things like that where, and if you think about that, if you can do it with me, you can do it with anybody. You can basically have your own personal assistants of whoever you choose that's done work, or even your own stuff. So if you're kind of like, hey, I think so-and-so and it has to be people that have published a lot,
Uh-huh.
or even your own work. And so you can create these little libraries of information.
How does everyone know about this but me?
You can make a podcast. People will upload like a book and then be like, make a podcast. And there's a podcast button. I'm sure you noticed that already. And so they'll.
I didn't. Let's see. I actually came back to you because if I don't like look directly at you, then I get distracted easily. So I'll be like all in here and not really listening.
Well, when you discover Notebook LM, you'll probably want to spend days in there. So you could say, you could run a script and pull, this conversation, another conversation, and then run a podcast to summarize them both and listen to that.
Are you a programmer as well?
No.
Okay. But you understand how to run a script and create scripts.
Well, we can learn.
Like if then, or anyway, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah. So
let's ask Aaron, because he doesn't listen to me. If he will give us the details on what he needs, and just real quick, just give us a note about his ceasefire project and my corruption.
Aaron, what do you need about with your ceasefire?
And how did you come up with the name ceasefire? Because we haven't spoken about this. I just anyway, because I was like, leave ceasefire no more. So I would love to know what the ceasefire, because that kind of confuses me just a little bit.
Yeah.
Go back to you, Kinga.
What?
That's my favorite part. Back to you, Kinga. And you're
back to me.
Right.
Yeah. What are well, I want to know what people want to end, because I think that there is a lot that is happening, a lot of change that we need to prepare for. And that, here we have this big time coming up, and what are all the things that people want to end?
Sorry.
And tell Aaron, make sure you support him, because he's doing something big with this, and we're really excited.
What made you excited to to be one of the first to submit yours? Or is that just your nature?
Um, well, I military term used to stop an action. Yeah. Um, big, I love Aaron's work. I think he's so talented. And so I'm always paying attention when he comes out with something new.
Have you heard
I love
the two Christmas albums or two Christmas songs yet?
I started listening last night. So yeah, I haven't gotten through the whole thing, but yeah, um I just think that there's so much passion behind everything that he does, and the way that he supports everybody is just, it's so different than what most people do. The way he pays attention to people's needs, yeah, he's awesome. And we just need
Unbelievable.
more of that. We absolutely need more people that are aware of what's going on around them and paying attention. I think that's a really big part of leadership that has been missing, is paying attention to how people respond to the things around them. And so actually think that's a huge part of what it's going to take in the next few years to strengthen our leadership.
What the heck is that?
We don't know. We don't know, Aaron.
Okay, so let's leave it alone. Um, so it's
So
this is
support
really,
Aaron.
I do too. I love the guy. So this is something very interesting. So after all the stuff he does, do you know? I asked him, "What were you doing?" He said, "I was sewing last night." And I'm like, "Why were you sewing?" And he's like, "I was making my superhero outfit." And I'm just like, "What?" So he goes and he's a superhero, and he goes to hospitals to make the children feel better. And he has like a stormtrooper outfit and I think a Batman outfit, which I thought was so cool. But he just gives.
That
And
surprises me.
I'm just, I think through that giving nature, through your giving spirit, through your honesty, we're going to stop looking at his post now because it'll distract me from you. It What the hell was I saying? Back to you, Kinga.
No, he's going to the hospitals. You want to talk about it?
No, he just gives, and I believe that people like him and people like you, because of your authenticity, just who you are, and because of his giving nature, and you support everybody, like everybody. I just
I
know
don't.
that the universe, well, the
I
ones that
don't.
you like, the ones that
That's true.
resonate with you, let's put it that way. Um, you support them, and I think that support, that love that you guys extend to people over the podcast waves or through text and emails, I think it goes a long way. And you've picked me up when I needed to be picked up without even you knowing it. You said I was in a funk that day, and then I left feeling better. That made a lasting impression. So that's why I really, really, really want to connect with you and speak with you. And I respect your opinion. And that is priceless.
Oh, well,
So
thank
this
you.
15-minute talk has gone 43 minutes and 44 seconds.
Well, I talk a
So
lot.
we can keep going.
That's why I was like, Bill, we're dangerous. I mean, like, don't get me started.
Right. So let's like keep it. But we need to do this again. So when you feel up to it on your time, whichever channel you want to go off of, mine or yours, I don't care. Um, and just have an honest conversation with the people. I think too honest right now for because we're sharing this. Basically, we're sharing the spotlight with Aaron. So I want to be respectful of his platform, but I think you and I can get into some pretty feisty conversations. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree, but I think that's where I was like, I like sharing tools, as you could tell. Like, I actually, actually what I'm passionate about is teaching, and people don't know that about me necessarily. And that's what I like to lean into. And I think that if I'm authentic about it, that's actually what I that that's where I shine the best. So that is what I like to do.
You like to teach?
I do. Yeah. I just don't. Yeah.
That's really interesting. So
Yeah.
again, I just asked, hey, can we do a workshop? But
Mhm.
have you ever thought about doing workshops?
I mean, that was most of my career was coaching, but I was always working towards problem solving.
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's why I can identify a problem and then lead everyone kind of towards fixing it, you know?
And that's your natural, that's just something inside of you.
Mhm.
Or is that something that you had to study and train for?
No, I mean, well, I was an industrial engineer, but yeah.
Yeah. But this part of you is the go-getter is just natural. That's you, not
It's me.
not anything but you. And it comes through. And that's what I love. Um, I am going to end the show with you um, saying whatever you want to say about yourself, about how to meet you, where to find all of your content, if there's a special place that we need to go outside of LinkedIn or just on LinkedIn, if that's the place you want us to look. And I know you're not prepared, so I apologize for that, but I appreciate this, and I'm going to give you that moment.
Yeah. Well, first of all, no squandered capital, no more squandered capital. So, look at, you can find me actually on Aaron's, on his, on his YouTube, because I do have a song. My soul song is on there. And my YouTube is on there, but I haven't done any content yet, but I will be doing it in 2026. And I am active on LinkedIn. So you can find me there too. Kinga. My last name is Vida, Bajda, nothing like how it is spelled. So
Beautiful. When are you going to start I'm sorry, I know that was the last one, but if you need any help with your YouTube, or if we can, I think I can help you possibly by us collaborating and just you having a show and then me saying, oh, I'm on it. I don't even have to be on it. And then my viewers will basically they'd be shared. So it would kind of help build your audience. No problem. I'll do it because I just think you're great. Um, and I think you might be able to help me if you want to. My YouTube is totally all over the place. And I've created this playlist of my music and everything's on it, right? But lately I've been in this really kind of like let it flow type of mood. And I think everyone's used to me like being round, 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 round. And so I love it because I can put on the first song to the last song and just feel relaxed. But in the middle of it, Bill comes out like the UBU guy, and then I'm all relaxed, and all of a sudden it's like, so I'd love to kind of create different genres on my music so that people can click on it, and I can say, okay, today I'm in this mood, and today I'm in this mood, and just let it play.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are little things that I'm going to try to work on, but let's grow together because
Yeah.
my journey is not over. Period. It's just started. Do you know I've only been sorry guys. I got a message today that I started on YouTube. My first video was 1 year ago, and I started my
Wow.
podcast in April.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that
That's
like I'm
amazing.
proud of myself, and I'm thinking
That's amazing.
I'm thinking to myself, but you know what it is, Kinga? What ended up happening was
Wow. I think
my
it's been
my
years, honestly.
no my business mind kicked in, right?
Mhm.
And so I'm doing really well on LinkedIn, but I've always been a person that says, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Mhm.
So I started in April on LinkedIn. I wasn't even using YouTube. I think in June I started the YouTube channel. Like I already had it, but I really started posting. And I was like, if I was a business, if this was a business, what would I do?
Right.
And I said, you know what? I would look at my metrics. I would see which content's resonating. These are all the things that I would do.
Yeah.
And I did it. And
Yeah.
that started growing. And then I went over to Substack. And now that's slowly starting to grow, which I love because I can be my raw, authentic FU self on Substack. It's terrible, but
Mhm.
it needs to go
Yeah.
someplace. But once I started looking at it like that, like if this
Yeah.
was my business, what would be my next step?
Right.
And I just took it. I just took
Right.
it. And
And yeah.
go ahead.
It's interesting, like, too, because I see a lot of the metrics that people will give, and I think about even in business, because that's what I did was, kind of help with scorecard stuff, and I'd be like, why are you tracking that, right? And it would be like, oh, well, that's best practice, and I'd be like, says who?
Right.
Why? And when they couldn't explain it, eh, I realized like, oh, because we've always done it that way. And I was like, yeah, we got to rethink that. Right. And when you really
Oh,
start digging into it, you start to realize how much people go into this auto mode. And I'm like, auto mode is over.
yes.
And especially for now. And so I think that's when we talk about people getting left behind is that in that sameness bubble, like
Yep.
that is not going to work. So if somebody hands you a metric and they just and you ask them questions and they can't answer it, don't follow that person.
I know. I have so many stories. So many stories. You and I cannot, we could go on forever.
Mhm.
But yeah, I feel you. I'm a startup guy. So I've worked in, a Fortune 500. But I love building things. And the reason why I love it is because everyone says the same thing. Well, this is how we do it. No, not anymore. It's not.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
6 weeks behind on your emails. This is not how we're going to do it anymore. This
Yeah.
is the technology we're going to use. This is how we're going to build. And 6 years, I keep switching up my oh uh, career source or reinventing myself, right? So let's
Mhm.
use reinventing because right now the words are slipping. But it's because I've always been on top of at 6 years. I think I've done everything I can for that company,
Yeah.
and it's on autopilot if I'm doing my job right. And now I can move on to the next. And
Yeah.
that's been kind of my trajectory. Um, Once it's all built out and the blueprint's done and people are just following it, now I'm bored.
Yeah.
Now I'm bored. I want to go roll up my sleeves again, get in there and fix it and say, okay, I took the metrics and that's why I look at the metrics, right? We started here and now we're here and it keeps going up, right? It's not
Raise the bar.
you keep absolutely see she just says it better than I do. You do. And if the bar remains the same, then I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
And that's the same approach I'm taking on the podcast. Every week, you're like, just when you thought he couldn't do anything different, he just switched it up. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Do you remember Madonna?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, she said in an interview one day, and I'll never forget this. Has stuck with me. She said there could be a million people in my crowd like cheering me, but one person that says you could have done this better. I listen to it and I think about it and I process it and figure out, is that information I want to keep? And
Mhm.
sometimes she's like, they were right. They were absolutely right. Um, or is it like this was an artistic choice that I chose? So I'm always
Yeah.
like, okay, I take the feedback, I process it, and I use it to build myself back. And if it's not
Yeah.
really for me, then I put it aside.
Yeah.
Um, anyway,
Conscious. It's about being conscious. Yeah.
she says it better every time. Don't you guys think that this would be a good banter, a great show? Once we actually get really comfortable with each other.
We've always been comfortable with each
I
other.
know that maybe that's what we'll do on the launch of your YouTube channel when you start going on. Well, I'll go on your YouTube show. That's what I'll do because it'll be your format, and I'll be listening, and I'll
I
try to
have
shut
like
out.
3 followers.
It doesn't matter. I'll stream it. So what I'll do is you can get your 3 followers. You book me as a guest.
I think it's
I'll-
Jackie, Aaron, and you.
We can change that. It's all about helping. It's all about just collaborating, putting egos aside and saying there's enough room for all of us. There's enough room for all of us. Everyone remember that. And with that said, I'd like you to say we're signing out. Going to you. Bye, guys. Thank you, Kinga.
Bye.
Breaking news from Will and Rochelle. Breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. Yeah, yeah. Breaking news from William Rochelle. Living direct, here we go. Breaking news from William Rochelle. This is something you should know. This just in, don't miss the call. Your moments now. Stand tall, this just in. Here to tone your mind sharp, your future grown. Breaking news from William Rochelle. Breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. I said, breaking news from William Rochelle. Yeah, this just in, thought of the day. Fresh new mindset coming your way. This just in, clear and bright. New perspective, new light. Breaking news from William Rochelle.